Was that? Okay. I'm supposed to start off my YouTube video by telling you what I'm going to talk about. That's what the experts say. Today we're going to talk about my new traveler's notebook and look at how I got it set up and all that stuff. Was that good? Before we get started on that though, I'll rearrange my desk. Y'all check out my desk. This shelf used to be over here with the computer on it. You've probably seen that. So I moved it over here. Got my bookends, my accordion style ones. Don't worry about this notebook. I'm going to talk about that later. And I got my pens under it. I don't love this. Don't love that. We might have to come up with something else for that. I moved my computer in the corner. This video set, that's where y'all are going to be in just a minute. This video setup ain't really exactly how I wanted it, but it's what I came up with. So, and I got my laptop over it. The reason I moved my computer is because I think it's on its way to the grave. I bought this computer in 2019. It's starting to get really slow, and I've freed up almost half the memory putting stuff on my drive here and just deleting stuff I didn't need no more, and it's still slow, so it might be on its way out. I don't know. So I got my laptop over here so I can edit videos on that. That's what I've been doing lately, and yeah, kind of digging it at the moment. We'll see how it works out. So welcome back. Stormy Norman says, I am Stormy Norman. That must mean I have some things to say or to show. You know, you never can tell what's going to happen around here. But we're going to look at my traveler's note. I said at the end of the month Rambleathon last year that last month that I was going to buy a new traveler's notebook. I just didn't know what color to get. I ended up going with olive, even though like all the reviews I watched said this is basically brown. But apparently with age it turns a little bit greenish. But we're going to flip to the overhead, and I'm going to give y'all a good look at what I'm working with here and what I partially have a plan for it. Not entirely, but I partially have one. It would be super helpful if I could see the screen. We're just going to have to wing it. Move some stuff out the way here. So if you remember way back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like a year ago, I did my manly TN video. That video did pretty well. We're going to do it again because TNs can be manly. There I said it and I mean it. You watch all kinds of channels on YouTube with the planner ladies, you know, talking about their ephemera and all this other stuff, washi tape, and I'm like, men can use these. I know if you, when I first got into this, sometime in 2023 or something, by watching all the YouTube, obviously that's what you do. You go watch all the YouTube videos, try to learn all you can about something before you spend that kind of money. And if you watched them, you'd think, well, this is just for women. Like, I can't get into this. It's just for women. But that's not the case. And I'm going to make TNs manly again if it's the last thing I do. So this is the olive TN. Maybe I should zoom that out some. So olive traveler's notebook. This is a little tight. I've adjusted the knot, but it's still kind of tight. But I don't hate it. This is the extra elastic that it came with, which is like a slate blue is what I would say it is, like a slate blue color. And I liked it better than the the matchy one. Here's what I got in it. We'll talk about this in a minute. So one of my subscribers, Scott, he sent me some sterling ink inserts. we made a trade for the Dio Pocket notebook that I did a video on a couple months ago. I sent him that. He sent me some Sterling ink inserts, and that's what I got in here. First, what I did, because there's a couple iterations to this before I settled on what I got now. First, I had this thick one in here with another standard Traveler, the one that came with it, the Traveler's insert that came with it, but it didn't quite work because the thickness of it is the same problem I have, or I had, with my Paper Republic, is I got that thick one in there. So whenever you put a regular one, because I tried that with my Paper Republic too, I had the thick one in there that I write my haikus in that y'all saw in the last video. And I had a regular, the one that came with the Paper Republic, and it just didn't work out because the spine on one was way thicker than the spine on the other, and it caused one of them to stick out further than the other one. And that's what I did here. I put this Sterling ink in here, and I put the standard insert that comes with it, and it didn't work out. One of them was pushed out because the spine on this is so much thicker than the other one that it pushed out. So I was like, well, I'm about to switch over to this, because let me show y'all. So he sent me these, I don't know, it's probably been like a month ago now, and I've been wanting to use this planner ever since I got it. But I wanted to finish the one that I already had, and this was the last week. Today being Friday, today was the last week. I have officially filled up this planner that I started in July last year, and I finally finished it here in February. So we're done with that. Now I can move on. I got 2 more of these, but since I got this, I want to use this. So I'm like, well, I can't, with just this in here, I mean, it's okay. It's kind of like having 2 inserts in, which is what I have in this one. It's kind of like having 2 inserts. But I'm like, I just wish it had a little bit more meat on the bone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is thinner than a standard insert. At least to me, it feels like it's thinner. Yeah. It's thinner than a regular insert. So I'm like, well, maybe this will work out better than this. So I put this in here, and I haven't used it because, like I said, I'm not going to start using it till Monday. But just so far having it in the room, the fact that this is thinner, it doesn't really push, you know, one or the other out further than the other one. You know what I'm saying? So next week we're going to get started with this. This is dated. The ones that I've been using are not dated. So I want to use these. They got fantastic paper. Look at that cover. Absolutely awesome. And what's next week? What's Monday? The 24th? So here is where we're going to begin. Once I start filling it out, instead of using this as the planner part, and this is still all up in there, this could change at any time. But so far, we're going to have the planner in here for my daily stuff. We're going to have this in here for, I have no idea, but I'm going to use it for something. We'll figure that out when the time comes. Now I'm still going to need my work stuff. My notebook for work, which is almost full. It's got 1, 2, 3 pages left. So my notebook for work is almost full. I might take this. I might put this in this and put my work thing in here. I don't know. That's been working out for me. Having my planner and my work book, my log, what do I call that at work when I'm thinking about it? The ledger, where I write down all the people that got a job tomorrow, what the job is, and what kind of extra material they're getting, like pad. If they're taking carpet, I write down how much pad they're probably going to take. If they're getting laminate flooring, I write down, are they getting transitions? How many transitions? Because for 2 reasons that I started writing this down. Well, first, this is kind of a rabbit, but we're going to chase it anyway. All right, just bear with me. At first, I would assign jobs before I go home, and then the next morning, I'd have the salesman just blowing up. Who'd you give my job to? Who'd you give my job to? So I started doing this, writing down the installer and what job they had, and then I take a picture of it with my phone and I post it to WhatsApp that we use at work, so everybody can look on there and be like, oh, so and so got my job, and they don't have to call me because I hate phone calls. And then we got to the point where I'm like, hey, we're out of pad. And they're like, well, we shouldn't be out of pad. The computer says this. We have this many rolls. I'm like, well, I'm telling you, my eyeballs tell me we're out of pad. So I started writing down, because they'd be like, well, where'd all that pad go? So I started writing down how much pad this guy got or should have took, how much this guy should have took. And we did that for a while. And then recently, I've had installers be like, well, I was supposed to get 5 transitions and I only got 4. Did you misplace them? Did you lose them? Where are they? So I started writing down, this is how many transitions the picking ticket says I'm supposed to give you. And this is how many I gave you. This is how many we have. This is how many I gave you. So if you're short, it's between you and the salesman. It ain't my problem. I gave you what you were supposed to have. Anyway, let me just rant for a while, okay? My work stuff and my calendar stuff has been working out pretty good in here. I love the patina that this thing is getting on it, except for this white spot right here that I don't know what that is. But other than that, I like all the patina that it's been getting. So I can't wait to see the patina this gets. But also, I don't know if I want to tote 2 of these in my bag. Not sure I do. So I might just do the same thing I'm doing with this one, just put it in here so I can tote this one around in my bag and get some patina on it, make it look all nice and pretty. But regardless, what I want, the goal is for one of these to be practical for like work, for like my calendar and my work stuff, and the other one to be personal for stuff I want to write, whatever that may be. Stories, poems, YouTube scripts, like a commonplace book, I guess you could say, that which is might be what I use this for. We'll see what happens, and it'll be awesome. So let's talk about some of my accessories. Let me show y'all another one that I may use. We'll talk about that in a minute. I wanted, remember I told y'all how much I hate these. In my video, 5 stationary things that I hate, I talked about these, and I bought them, and I thought they were an awesome idea. Clip it onto your cover, put your pins in there, and you got 2 pins on your cover at all times. It's freaking awesome, except that it's not. Because when you open your TN, now you got this thing making the cover all stupid. So, dumb. I didn't like it. Great idea. Love the concept. But in practicality, if you want to use it, you got to take this off, set it aside, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's lame, dude. I don't want to do that. That's lame. So I went looking for after I ordered this, I went looking for alternative methods. And I found this on Etsy from Germany, from a store called Klaus Handcrafts. I think it's called Klaus Handcrafts. Wait, I got it right here. If you want to see that, Klaus Handcrafts leather goods. And what this is is a stinking magnet. A stinking magnet. And I'm like, I ordered it. I didn't have this yet. And I ordered it. I'm like, I wonder if that magnet is strong enough to hold it to the cover. So when I got it, I was skeptical. But it is. It's strong enough to hold it to the cover. On there pretty well. So I can stick a fountain pen in there. And if that's too high, I can move it down. Got my fountain pen. Don't have to, because once you put this on there, it's on there pretty good. So if I need to take it off, and then it scars up my thing. But I got my fountain pen. I can pull it out. This lays flat, so I could technically still write with it like that. But even if I don't, it just comes right off. And when I want to put it back on again, boom, it's back on there. There ain't no fighting with the metal clip, trying to slide it over the leather, scarring your leather all up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy right there. Only problem is I hadn't seen this yet. So I knew that most of the videos I watched on it say that it looks brown, even though it says it's olive. So I ordered a green one, thinking it would match. It really don't match, but I don't care. I don't even care. It's close enough. So we'll put that on there with my pen. And then I scoured Etsy because I wanted another brass clip like my TN clip, but I didn't want the TN one because I already got it, you know. We'll take that out of there because I don't have a place to hold it in my counter anymore because it's full now. So I got the TN clip. It's getting some pretty decent patina on it as well. But I didn't want this one because I already got it. So I went looking on Etsy trying to find something manly, which is impossible to do. You can get these. There was one that had a coffee cup maybe on it. That was okay. But for the most part, it was like butterflies, dragonflies, roses. I'm like, can you give me something manly, please? So this is in my notes for the Ramblethon at the end of the month. But it says the Creeping Moon. I want to say that's the company that made it. I'm not 100% sure. And it's got a dragon on it. That's the manliest thing I could find, was one that had a dragon on it. So we got this to go on here somewhere. Like this one, but cooler. But I don't know if I'm going to use this in here, because I bought this book anchor. Because I've seen videos on this and I was like, that thing looks super cool. And I've seen, who is it? Stationery at 4. He uses this in his traveler's notebook. He actually has like 2 of them. And it's designed to hold your book. And I just lost my place, didn't I? I remember what chapter I was on. Chapter 10. We'll slide this in there. So it's designed to hold your book open. You put it, you know, wherever, get it in there. You slide it over your book and it holds your book open, which is cool, except I can't read the parts that are covered up by the anchor. And it's kind of a pain in the butt to know how many pages you need to get it in and to use it as a bookmark. Like, okay, well, that's too many. There we go. It gets on there. But then, oh, well, that's not enough. So I got to keep playing with it until I get it in there to where it's somewhat tight. So I don't know if I want to use this in my book. I thought it was a great idea, but not so much. However, I'm thinking it would work much better over here in the TN. Right about there. Say I'm filling out my weekly thing here. I don't have to hold this down or whatnot. I can simply shove this in here and let it hold it down for me. So I'm thinking I want to use this in here, but I'm not sure how good it would work in here either. Because like I said, it's got to be a certain amount of pages. So I don't want it to, that's pretty good. But I'd have the same problem, but I wouldn't have I wouldn't have that problem near as often. So I might use it in here, or maybe I'll just put both of them in there. So yeah, we might do that. So currently, the plan is to have the Sterling ink thick boy in here. He even sent me some blotter paper. And use this for something. Maybe like a commonplace book. I think that would be better than the other one that I've been carrying around, because I don't hardly ever use that thing because I kind of forget that it's in my bag. And then use this for the planner portion. And then have my workbook in here and another insert for something, because I can't just have one insert. It drives me crazy. So I'd have to have another insert for some other reason I'm sure I could come up with. So there you go. That's my plan for the time being, to have 2 traveler's notebooks. However, I don't really want to carry 2 with me, but it might change my mind. That right there. That right there. Maybe put that right there. Maybe. Boom. Shakalaka. That right there. That right there. That right there. So, that's it. We got one Manly tee in with no pen, because I just took the pen out. And another Manly tee in. And who knows, I might take this off. This might get on my nerves too. And I might take it off. You never know. But look how manly that is. Fellas, we don't have to deal with the feminine stuff. We can make it our own. Taking over. So there you have it. There's my plans for my new traveler's notebook. I love the way it feels. It's going to feel even better when I start beating the absolute tar out of it. And I'm probably not going to keep this pen in there. I just put that in there for, what's the word? Demonstration purposes. I might put my TWSBI Eco in there. I don't know. Because I definitely want to use a fountain pen when I write on this paper. So, yeah. Look at that. Ain't she beautiful? Let's not forget about this one. This one's also beautiful. And once this one gets all broken in, I'm going to love holding it just like I love holding this one. Anyway, I don't know how long that top-down shot went because I could not see the timer on the screen. But today is Friday. I ate pizza for dinner because I'm pretty sure it's like in the Geneva Convention that you're supposed to eat pizza on Friday. So I'm going to try and get this video out Sunday. Tomorrow I have the Northeast Florida Highland Games. My clan is the Honored Clan. So I'm going to be sporting the Loud McCloud tomorrow. I'm going to try and take better pictures and better video than I did last week. I got lens hoods. I learned some new camera settings. So hopefully I'm going to do a better job. That's the reason I took the whole reason I took the camera last week to begin with, so I can get practice and get better at using this fancy thing that I got. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Of course, by the time you see this, the weekend will be just about over. So I hope you had a good weekend. I have been Stormin' Norman. I have said things. See y'all next time.